What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're all doing well today. Today we're going to be going through my top pocket knives of the week. You know the drill. If you've seen this before, you know I like to talk about the knives that I'm carrying during the week, what I like about them, and give you a little bit of an in-between update on that knife as we move through each day. So starting out with Monday, a little micarta Monday for you, and that is my Ace Grand from Giant Mouse Knives. You all have seen this on the channel a lot. I really love this knife. It is really just a great size for me, good weight, carries nicely, has a good tall profile for slicing geometry, and what can I say, just really like the way that the black wash blade with the blacked out hardware looks with the smooth burlap micarta. You can see the patina is really taken nicely here on this one. Really just happy with this. Great action. I did knock it down just a little bit here at the lock bar for a little bit better access for the larger hands. But if you don't really come in from the side to disengage and drop it, you can just go ahead and leave it as is, put the thumb right on top, and it is really comfortable to disengage. If you like to pick up the lock bar, that is going to get in the way a little bit. Not really friendly like that without that little knockout. I am going to probably get the Lynch Northwest Giant Mouse specific pocket clip for this one. I'm going to get their blacksmith one because it'll go with the blacked out hardware. I think I'll like that just a little bit better than the wire pocket clip. But for someone that doesn't like wire pocket clips, this one's really well done. Doesn't have a ton of flex to it. It feels really sturdy, and I don't know if that's because it's kind of short for a fold over wire pocket clip. And I also like the fact that it has a really low profile, so it doesn't affect the ergonomics, but it still goes in and out of pocket really, really well. So this is a great knife. Even as I say it all the time, in its standard form, I think if you get it with the LMAX and the green micarta, under $200, probably one of the best values out there that you can get today. On Tuesday, I went with a very minimal carry, and I did a Titanium Tuesday theme, and that is going to be the TW Price Dawn. This is a Best Tech manufactured knife. It has these beautiful scales. Even the wife on the recent Wife React video enjoyed this one a lot. Has that purple collar. I'm not a big purple fan, and I do debate changing it, but sometimes my taste change, and I wonder if I changed it to a blue, if it would fetch the value that it's fetching right now on the market. So I kind of leave it alone. It has a great reverse flick. It's a little light on the detent, and it has a little bit of a tight access to the lock bar. My two main complaints about this knife, but otherwise great size and ergos, fits in hand really well. It has nice contours, just super comfortable to hold, not too big, not too small. It's like a medium-sized knife, really thin and slicey too. Really thin and slicey blade, very beautiful finishing side to side, satin on the blade, M390. The edge on this one from Best Tech seems to perform really well, and the front flipper on this is really, really dialed. The detent for that is dialed in. Like I said, it's just a little light on the reverse flick. But just a great knife, and I'm looking forward to his version 2 that's coming out. And then I think he has a flipper knife that he's coming out with that just has the flipper tab. I don't even think it has the fullers, but I have to go back and look at his Instagram. And again, TW Price on Instagram, I'd give him a follow if you have an account, because he has very good taste in his designs. I like a lot of the designs that I've seen from him and what he's doing, and I look forward to seeing additional stuff coming from him. On Wednesday, it had been a little while since I've carried these, so I grabbed a Wharncliffe knife, and that is going to be the Wee Roxy 3. So I got a Wee Wednesday going on here. This is just a great knife. It is smaller, but because it has that forward finger choil, like a lot of the Para 3s and the Sage 5s and things like that from Spyderco, it really works because you can get a really good grip nice, comfortable ergos. Because it's chunky, it fits nice in hand. This is another one that I would call a medium knife. And then the blade shape, the utility shape on here, really great for draw cuts, push cuts, any type of utility cutting. It has a relatively tall flat grind that works really well, and it has stupendous action. So if you do fidget with your knife, or you do find that you like to fidget, flip, flick your knife, this one here works really, really well, and is one of the most versatile deployment means that I have on a knife in my inventory, with the exception of one other above this. But it's just, I mean, it's really well made, and it's one of the more interesting designs that I've seen coming from Wee Knife Company. I really like that one a lot. Also on Wednesday, I had in the fifth pocket the Banter. The Banter is not like gonna win any awards for style. It is a very neutral handle shape for really good ergos. It has a aggressive drop point, so you can still get those utility and draw cuts out of it without having to go really high up in an uncomfortable angle. It has a nice flat spot, lots of real estate for push cuts. So this is going to get a lot of tasks done, but take up minimal space in pocket, and it's going to be very minimal weight on the pocket as well, which is why I like this so much for a companion carry. I wasn't a huge fan of the G10s. The micarta was definitely a step up from that, but this carbon fiber version, absolutely my favorite out of all of them. Great access to the lock bar. I think I always neglect to mention that. Really good access to the lock bar. It doesn't have much of a cut down, but the way that they have this cut out, and they have the jimping, and it's flat, really nice access no matter how you like to go about disengaging your knife. So that was the companion carry with the Wee Roxy 3. I know it's out of frame a little bit there, but it's right up on the top. On Wednesday, no rhyme or reason, I just missed it and wanted to carry it, and that is going to be the Protec Malibu. This one here, in my opinion, still the best button lock in the game, even after everything that's come out from all of the budget brands. And one of the reasons for that is because the build quality on this is superior. You have very tight tolerances with almost no gaps on either side of the blade. You have solid scales here that have the integrated back spacer on the back. It's not integral, it's just integrated in, so the two halves sandwiched together. So it's a really clean, minimal hardware for maintenance on this. The button on it, it is nice and smooth, no lock rock, no side to side play. This thing just works really, really good, and I just have enjoyed it ever since I've picked it up. It's just a great knife, and again, man, it just performs really well, feels comfortable in hand. It is just under a 4-finger grip, but because how the spine of the handle curves down, I'm able to get the pinky on that because it is a little bit of a chunkier design. It feels very comfortable in hand for my cutting task. The reverse tanto, really good for utility cuts. And again, just one of the smoothest and the best button action I have found on any knife, period. Also in the pocket, I figured since I was bringing out the Protec Malibu, I would carry the Garage Gear pouch, and I carried the Protec Runt. This is the same thing. Everything that I said about this is emphasized here on the Runt, with the exception that it's clearly a 5th pocket knife, and this is for, you know, let's get into your packages, maybe cut a little bit of string, get into some letters, envelopes, get into some food package, things like that. Just real light duty stuff, but man, this thing just fires. This is such a cool little knife. You know, for just basic cutting needs, this is kind of almost all you really need. It's not super secure for any kind of push cuts, but wow, what an awesome little knife. I liked the way that it looked, and I thought it was kind of just cool to have something like this, but it is so well made. And, you know, for, like I said, getting into packages and stuff, this is definitely getting the job done. That was the companion carry on Thursday. In the pockets today, you're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek, and it is mid-project. I would say this is more like phase 1 of the project, being just above stock. So the first knife that I'm going to bring out of my dual carry today is going to be the Devo knife Stout. As you can see here, I picked up a set of fat carbon scales. I picked the Nebula I had them shipped in to me to look at. I had a couple of options, but I had them sent in because I kind of wanted to look at them and see what I thought it would look like on the knife. And I really think it kind of suits the personality of the knife, to be honest, in my opinion. I'm not done with the mods on this one yet. I have other things in mind. Jay Dizzle over on Instagram did all of the modification to the chunk of fat carbon to make it fit. So fit and finish on here is really nice. I have some ideas on what I'm going to be doing next. I probably will not have this on camera anymore until after that. So this is a little bit of a sneak peek on phase one. Jay Dizzle did an awesome job with these scales. The, again, fit and finish of them are great. I love the colorways that I picked out for this knife. I think it's really going to look good and come together once I finish doing some of the other mods that I have in mind for that particular knife. And then the main carry for today, yes, back-to-back Fridays, is going to be my Chris Reeves Umanzan. Really just love this knife. Really good ergos. I love the tight tolerances on it. The finish on this knife is phenomenal. Everything about this just feels really well made. Awesome. There's no side-to-side play, no lock rock, awesome hollow grind. This thing performs really well. I actually find that I'll enjoy cutting with this a lot. It feels really comfortable in hand. The ergos are great. Still going back and forth on the lanyard. Like I said, this is the whole piece is from Chris Reeves Knives. And it is a barrel lanyard, but you can see it's integrated and it rotates. So I'm worried what it'll sound like when that lanyard is not actually there, slowing it down. RGT pocket clip. I picked that up. What is it? Rip's Garage Gear Tech. I can't remember. I have to link that for y'all. I always get questions about this pocket clip. I anodized it myself, trying to go to match the barrel, but I got as close as I could without going too light. I think going down a little bit darker would have been a little bit more purple. But great knife. I'm running out of a little bit of space. I am running out of space a little bit here, aren't I? So let me know what you enjoyed out of my carry. Let me know also what you are enjoying that is in your pocket here recently. I love to hear those or read those comments to hear what it is that you're enjoying in the pockets. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, leave a like. Consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. And don't forget to turn their notification bell on. All the links are down in the description. Recommended knives, websites, where to go, tools, anything that I can think of to try to help you all with anything that you may have interest in. And then if I don't get it in there, I definitely try to do my best to answer the questions. Thanks for all the support. Hope all of you have a fantastic week. And until next time, peace.